Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 9 of the What the Deuce podcast. Yo, we're so close to that 10 episode, man. That's crazy. Yo, Umar, we're almost at that 10 milestone. Can you believe that, dude? It's insane to me.
Honestly, the time kind of just flew by, so I'm not really surprised. But yeah, it is kind of crazy to look back on.
Dude, it's so crazy that like just 10 weeks ago, we like decided to just do this for fun, and now we've like gotten all this like attention from like sponsors and things like that. It's so crazy to me, man. It's so awesome. Anyway,
it's crazy how you keep nagging those 10 weeks and say you're going to fire me, but you never did.
Hey, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Don't worry about that. Well, it's not just me and Umar this week. Today we're joined by my two good friends, Devin. What's up, my guy?
Hey, how's it going?
And Darius. How's it going?
Hey guys, glad to be here.
So Devin and Darius, these two boys, I went to high school with them back in the day.
These two men.
These two men. I'm sorry. It's been a long time. I forgot. I just remember when we were boys. Okay, I'm sorry. Either way.
Oh, okay.
So me and these two guys, we used to go to high school together, and we were actually going to start a debate club in our high school because we just like loved arguing on the bus all the time.
We argued a lot about pancakes and waffles. I remember that.
Wait, are you serious?
Which one? Which one is it? Pancakes or waffles?
Please don't start this again.
Waffles, to be honest.
We're not starting this
Waffles?
again.
I like waffles too.
Oh, all right. So see, these two were on pancakes, and I was like full like waffle train USA.
You guys disgust me. Arslan, I quit the podcast.
I don't even remember what I used to say back in the day. Like, I'm pretty sure I said pancakes just because I thought they were better. I don't know.
I'm sorry, but how many
Well,
blueberries can you fit on a pancake? Can it be 30? No, but waffles have those divots that you can put as many freaking blueberries as you want without them falling off.
God, man, I'm just getting high school flashbacks right now.
Splash.
Did you say watch me? I'll force those 30 blueberries. The pancake likes
Don't
it
forget
or
the
not.
chocolate chips, man. You can't forget the chocolate chip waffles.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, you gotta do that
I
pancakes,
might
to be
switch to team waffles because recently I've been making like these protein pack pancakes. It's like these pancakes that are like enriched with like protein powder or whatever, and they taste like garbage. And I feel like it's completely ruining my taste in pancakes. So I honestly might be on team waffle now. Not gonna lie.
All right, well, you're all
Hey.
traitors to the master race,
You-
and
you
therefore
use
you are
that
hereby
mix.
banned.
honest. Banned from this podcast.
I banish you all into the shadow realm.
How is this possible? Like most guests plug their Instagram in the beginning, but you guys are banning me from my own podcast now. Like, what's happening here?
This is ours now. Sorry.
They're going to hack our Discord server. They're going to kick all of them.
Yep, this was a mistake on your end.
Oh, no.
About 2 years later.
What is the one memory you have of Arslan that, like, put the impression of him in your head?
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know what this is. Okay, go ahead, guys.
like I'm curious. Like, what do you remember Arslan for? The main thing you remember him for in high school?
I'm still.
Here's the movie guy, really, and I would be able to contribute to those things because I don't know actors or anything like that. But whenever I had like a question about movies, he would always be the guy I would want to talk to about.
You're still Tom
Okay, so
Cruise
he
on
was
my
the movie
phone.
guy for you.
You're still Tom Cruise on my phone, Devin.
That's right. You had me set for that.
And Darius is still Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
All right, what about you, Darius? What about you?
All right, I remember him from. Okay, this is like way back. But I remember him from Summer Bridge.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Yo, I remember that.
Wait, what
too.
did you say? Summer
Summer
what?
Bridge. Summer Bridge.
Summer Bridge.
So
It's like a program for our school before school actually
Gotcha.
begins.
yeah,
It's like
so
a, like event.
so
people
like
could choose from.
literally the summer before sixth grade. Or yeah, sixth grade? No. Ninth grade. Sorry, the summer before ninth grade. Since we were all in the STEM program, they made us do like these summer bridge programs where we basically like did like engineering projects over the summer at the school before like the semester started. And me and Darius. I don't think Devin was there. Devin, were you there? No.
I was
Devin
there.
was
I was in a different
He
team.
was there. He had his own team.
I was in a team with Andrew Reedy.
Right.
Didn't
Okay.
really
Yeah.
talk.
So we were doing like I thought it was a gaming center thing, but it was more of like a cybersecurity center thing, right?
Like building robots and pushing cups around. Yeah,
Well, it was called cybersecurity, so
that's a good point.
So were you and Arslan just like chatting it up, like just being buddies, or?
we ended up being partners because we couldn't find anybody else to be partners with.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys
bro.
were just stuck. You guys were
That's
just stuck with each
crazy.
other. basically.
Why you gotta say it like that, bro? Like what-
Arslan was
you could-
your
Our
last
friendship
resort.
was merely by coincidence.
you could have been like, oh, I thought he was a
Full
chill guy, so I
coincidence.
wanted to talk to him, but no, you were just like we
not
were
lying.
friends because we were both lonely.
As soon as,
Did you say you're not gonna
Darius
lie to
got,
him?
no, as soon as Darius got part of with Arslan, he was like, "Oh man, not this guy." I can see
This
it.
guy's too cool for me.
Oh,
To be
He was
fair, I
too
kinda-
cool for you.
Damn.
Yeah, he did. His vast knowledge of movies overwhelmed you.
Will clearly be beneficial to the cybersecurity program.
I wasn't into movies back then. Like I got into movies like
No?
2014-ish.
I mean, that's like 9th grade.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
that is kind of
it was
ninth
it was the year after. I remember specifically. I was in Mr. Bernstein's
Ah.
class when I first found the first YouTube video that made me go down the rabbit hole. But anyway, back to the summer bridge. So
Chungus hole.
we were designing this robot, and me and Darius had the hardest time building this thing. Like we struggled so much on this thing. I remember like the teacher just looked at us like we were failures the entire time. Like she was like, "How did these two get into this program?"
Like follow the instruction.
And then there's
Literally
me and my teammate where we made a robot, and I physically made a hand. The main idea for our robots were to like move like these cups and like things out of a ring. And there are other people that were made like little push spots and stuff like that. I was like, nah, I'm making a hand, and we're going to be like slapping each of these cups out of the ring. We don't want any of them out of here.
Rock and sock and robots.
It was
That's
literally
Exactly,
it
but
was
we're just
exactly
like
like
slapping.
that.
We called it Bertha 2.0.
Oh my
Honestly,
god, I
I'm
remember
so-
that.
I'm
Oh,
so
shit.
surprised you guys remember like all these like small details from high school. I have so much trouble like remembering shit I did in high school.
Oh, but you want to know something?
I'm
You want to know something crazy? But I don't remember anything about high school except before and after. Like I remember everything right after graduation and anything before the first day. I don't remember anything that happened in high school.
Verbal Fight Club, don't forget that.
Okay,
Verbal
I don't remember anything from middle school. I can't even begin to tell you anything from my middle school except for the name of the school I went to. High school, I remember the people that I met and the teachers because I really like some of the teachers, and that's honestly about it.
Yeah, it was kind of the teachers were kind of.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
We want to talk about partnerships. We talk about when we were trying to do the scholarship thing.
Oh
Marcus.
my god, dude! You're unlocking memories I forgot I had. Do you remember? Do you remember how we ran over Marcus?
You ran over something?
Yeah,
we
no,
weren't supposed to talk about that over here.
No. Okay, so
Excuse me, 911. We got him. We got him.
We got him.
so this was definitely after my movie phase. So like so for our Avid class, Avid was like a college success program or whatever, like a college success class, and they were making us sign up for scholarships. And I found a scholarship where like Ford was gonna give you like $1,000 if you made an ad for them. And this was after my movie phase, so I was like, oh, I can do that. I want to make a little short film. And so me, Darius, and our friend Marcus, we all like walked around the freaking parking lot outside the school after after the class, right? And we just started filming the worst ad that we possibly could think of, right? And so, Darius, remember the concept? The concept was like,
What? No, I'm remembering this.
Essentially, it was supposed to be like, I don't even remember. It was something about running somebody over and then realizing you make a mistake or something like that. It was supposed to be something like that. I
basically,
don't remember the exact details.
I don't remember the details either, but
This is
basically,
a lesson to be learned in this situation. It's not.
basically what we did was,
Oh,
like,
because it was supposed to be about seatbelt safety.
oh yeah,
There was a theme for the actual video, and there was a theme.
You
that
said
had to do
seagull
that.
safety?
seatbelt.
Seatbelt.
Yes,
safety.
Seatbelt. Oh, I was like,
Ford
what the
was having
fuck?
an ad for seagull safety. Absolutely, Homer.
Oh my god.
We're going
Yeah.
above and beyond this.
Seatbelt safety.
So no, so like so the concept in my mind was it was gonna be Darius was walking down the streets, and then he sees his friend Marcus get run over by a car, and we didn't know how to film Marcus getting hit, so we just had a shot of him like getting really close to the car, and then him just like on the floor. Like it would start with the perspective inside the car, and then like up to like getting really close to him, and then it was just cut to him on the floor. And he
We had
was,
to do it in a neighborhood, and there's one of the guys walked out. One of the guys inside the house
oh
walked
yeah,
out.
there was a
and
guy
he
with a
just like-
shotgun.
He's like, "What are you guys?" He's like, "What are you guys?" He's like, "What are you guys doing out here?"
Yeah,
We
he
were
like he pulled out his shotgun and just like chased us off of the neighborhood or whatever. Yeah, and then
He's like, "I'm calling the cops," and started chasing. Oh my god!
I ended up just scrapping the whole thing because it was just so cheesy. Like Marcus on the ground, he was clearly breathing. Like he did not look dead at all. Like he tried his best, but he was clearly like breathing and like his eyes kept twitching. So it's just like we just can't use this. It's whatever.
Our
Crazy?
sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
But the other sponsors that you actually have feel down now that you're talking about Raid Shadow Legends more than them.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that's not even a game. It's just an ad at this point. Like there's no
It really
game.
There actually isn't the game.
When you
It's like,
download-
oh, just please keep saying our
Just the
name.
ad.
when you download the app, it's literally just people sponsoring it. That's it. You just see a whole like montage of people sponsoring it on YouTube.
You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I know a single person who downloaded the app, so I'm pretty sure it was just ads, like you said.
Oh, I know I don't have it.
I downloaded the app. I have it downloaded right now, but
You have it?
Wait,
Is it
I'm
actually
an
like fun?
unbeliever.
Darius, who convinced you? Who convinced you to download that?
Which
Which
YouTuber?
YouTuber convinced
Which
you?
celebrity?
Is what I
Which
want to ask.
celebrity?
you see, after you hear a word from our sponsors, Raid, Shadow Legends. At that point, it's kind of like you don't really have much of a choice after you hear it 80 times.
So
I
what
mean,
you're saying
yeah,
is the
fair
marketing
point.
technique worked.
Yeah, because the marketing technique is have every person you can freaking talk have them as a sponsor. That's pretty
I
much
was
the
like,
marketing.
I feel like at
Peer
that
pressure.
point you would just like zone it out,
No,
like completely
Exactly.
zone it out.
no, I agree with Darius here. I think the technique they used was let's turn Raid Shadow Legends into a meme so people download it and play it ironically. And then that way they get all the numbers, you know? It's like the perfect plan. Think about it. Who is like the most fervorous fan base on the internet? It's like the memers, people who do stuff ironically. Like, do you think people actually like TikTok in the beginning? Nah, people just download it because of all the memes. And now people do it unironically, and now those people are memes, you know?
People download it just to put it down, but any kind of publicity is good. Just like in
Memers have
general,
become the memes.
Honestly, I feel like more people download it because of quarantine. Like people are bored, so they're just making
To
dumbass
be
videos.
honest.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Now, for Darius, dude, I remember we used to argue about Transformers all the time. In the past 5 years since high school, or 4 years, I guess, have you finally matured?
What do you mean matured? Excuse me?
Have you finally joined the right side?
There's no side to join.
There's
There is only
Transformers, and that's
Autobots.
What is the
Autobots.
argument? Wait, what is the argument?
Okay, so
Autobots are better than Decepticons?
no. It's just so you know the Michael Bay Transformers movies, like 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I always said that those movies are really garbage. Like they're just like dumb action and nothing to it. And Darius, on the other
Love
hand,
them.
thinks they're like cinematic masterpieces.
And I'm dumb, so I also like
Whoa,
it.
whoa. Before he makes me sound like I am uncultured swine, I don't say they're cinematic masterpieces, but they are good. The
Are you-
purpose of watching a bunch of machines fight each other.
Look, bruh, I could get the exact same action by watching a laundromat. Okay, like nothing about those movies were that interesting to me. Okay.
Does your freaking laundromat have laundry and machines and washing machines and dryer machines that transform? That do they blow up? Do they have explosives?
I
All
don't
I
go to
know is
laundromats. I have my own washer and dryer.
yes. What is this? We don't live in the city. What are you talking about, Darius? Anyway, look. All I know is every time I go to a laundromat, I'm not like inundated by Transformers balls. You remember that one scene in the second Transformers movie when they literally showed Transformer testicles on the screen?
Oh yeah, the wrecking ball had like the
That
wrecking
was
ball butt.
what?
It's just
That was
just,
I believe the second movie.
Okay, that's new.
so that's what you're into, Darius. I understand. It's okay.
Don't call Darius out
Yo,
like that, man. Come on.
You know what? Yeah, I'm into that. For this podcast, I'm gonna go look at him. I'm gonna stare him into the eyes.
So like, it's been like a little bit since we talked overall. What have you guys been up to for the past couple months? We basically asked it to every single guest we have on here just because of quarantine.
Well, I've been in my house.
Have you been
Inside our
enjoying
house,
your houses?
unemployed.
Have you
what
been-
what Netflix shows have you binge watched?
Well, me and my sister binged Avatar: The Last Airbender recently.
God, everyone watching that. How far are you guys? Like, are you done with it?
We already finished that. We finished it within a week. We watched like 10 episodes per day.
Dude,
Well, I'm
it's
glad you guys
insane.
watched it.
It's insane, but we talked about this last episode. But I've been trying to get my sisters to watch it with me. They refuse. Like they just cannot get into it at all. They're just not having fun with it. I don't know what to do.
Well, tell them that there's like special like aerobic techniques in it, and you just call it water bending.
My sisters did more.
Just start
into,
moving
like-
your arms like a squid or an octopus, and they're like, okay, well, all right, stretch out those hammies.
Is that how you convinced your sister to watch? Did you guys watch it when you were kids?
No,
or
she
not
actually
really?
asked me if she wanted to binge watch Avatar. I was like, oh, okay. Heard about it from some friends, and she wanted to watch it too.
Michael Bay did good with the Bad Boys series. I love those movies.
But he did.
I haven't
he-
seen
Boys for
that.
Life was
I didn't
really
even
good,
watch
even
it.
though it wasn't directed by him. Bad Boys for Life was still really good.
Bad Boys for Life was great. I remember it was really good. That was the last movie I saw in theaters before everything shut down.
I didn't get to watch that in theaters. I watched it during quarantine.
Are you sure they don't have it like digitally now?
I mean, did you guys watch like Scoob or like any of the digital films they released?
I have not watched any digital films.
I
We
need to
were
watch
planning on
Scoob.
watching Scoob. me, my sister, but then we like, you know what? We watched Sonic not too long ago, and well, I
Oh, in
watched Sonic.
theaters?
They've already
Oh, you have
seen
to
it.
see that.
I like Sonic. Sonic was good. Did you guys see that in theaters?
No, I haven't. My family did without me while I was still in college. I watched it, and I said like, "Hey, do you want to go watch Sonic movie with me?" It's like I already saw it, and also I didn't like it. I'm like, "All right, I see how it is."
Dang, bro.
I
Wait.
didn't think it was that bad, honestly.
I didn't think so either, and she didn't see the end credits, and I don't know. I don't want to spoil what the end credits had, but you know, it's a little bit of a surprise there if you decide to watch that.
Sorry, guys, give me.
But I thought it was pretty good overall. But I don't know if that's just being a Sonic fan in general.
I think I really enjoyed the movie only because that was like the last movie I saw in theaters before quarantine.
You think that's like why? Could you imagine if the last movie you saw in theaters was like Avengers or something? Like how freaking hyped that would be, as opposed to like now. Like now you can say the last film you saw was Sonic, and that's it.
I mean, I still enjoy Sonic. I think. I'm not sure anymore, to be honest. I'm having mixed feelings about it.
Just watch it for
Don't let
kids, bro.
don't let us sway you. You're free to have your own opinion.
What I heard is that's just like a one night stand. You change your mind.
It was good at the time. But I don't know if I want to see you anymore.
The whole point of a one night
person
stand is
today.
that we never see each other again. So
Right.
this would be no names, no phone numbers, interaction besides business, if you know what I'm saying.
Is this coming from experience, my guy?
No
No, I've
experience
seen the
here.
movie.
So I think the reason I wanted to get you guys on the podcast is just because like I know that you both were really into like mobile games and Destiny back when I remember you guys on the bus. That's all you guys used to do. You guys used to just play mobile games all the time. Do you guys
Okay,
still doing
hold
that
on.
stuff?
Well, that's all you can do on the bus, really.
I mean,
I
yeah.
can't
Wait,
put
listen,
Xbox on
listen.
there.
Were they
I'm-
supposed to bring their
Dude,
PS4?
I'm not dissing you, bro. I'm just saying I was interested, always curious about it. Like I was just not smart enough to get into it, you know?
Were you guys playing Angry Birds?
I'm the one
Was that-
who's
was
trying
that your
to get
thing?
I've been into mobile games. I'm the main one who plays mobile games. Okay.
We were playing a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh mobile game. That's what we were doing
Ooh,
most of the
Yu-Gi-Oh?
time.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He proceeded to no life in, which I think Loki was revenge for when I no lifed in Final Fantasy Record Keeper.
That's a good point. There's like a whole text conversation I have. Like, see if I could find it, read it out. I'm pretty sure I have it saved. That's
I
only
mean, if
because
you
I have
want,
a
I
lot of
can
schools
list
still.
out all the mobile games with my phone.
Yeah, do that instead.
I have Dokkan Battle, Global and JP version. I have Dragon Ball Legends. I have Unison League, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, Grand Summoners, King's Raid, Brave Frontier, Battle Cats, Fate Grand Order, and Gundam Warfare.
And Angry Birds and Subway Surfers and Jetpack Joyride. You can't forget those classics.
No, I don't have those, unfortunately.
Oh, come on, dude.
Darius, how do you find the time to play all these games and play like all the MMOs you play?
I found the text conversation, by the way.
Because, well, I don't sleep.
Oh, this is your full-time job? That sounds like a fun job.
No, I
He has a
got,
lot of time on his hands now.
yeah, absolutely. Dude, I have to ask you a
Listen,
question.
I'll give you,
I was gonna ask, like, has there been like an increase in the amount of players that are like on these types of stuff? It's just because of like the quarantine and stuff like that, or like has there not really been an increase at all?
so I can only speak for certain games. So, for example, Unison League, I would say that there's been a huge increase in the player base. But for games like Dragon Ball Legends and Dokkan Battle, it's kind of hard to tell because it doesn't really have a way of scaling the amount of players,
And like,
at least for like the player base to see.
how do you feel about that? Like, are you like enjoying all the newbies, or like is it just like annoying, or what?
You
He
see,
spends a lot of time on these games, so it's like, oh yes, more meat for the slaughter.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I mean, see, it's kind of like it's fun because you get to tell people like all this stuff that you wish you knew back when you
Mhm.
first started in the game,
Mm.
and then you just like. So, for example, what I would tell David is don't buy things for stuff you don't have like you do in Destiny.
Yes, I bought a skin for a weapon I don't own yet.
Oh, no.
Did you
Actually, I
see the
still
red
don't own
text
it.
that says like you don't own this weapon there, Devin?
Oh, it didn't have that. It doesn't have that for,
It doesn't
for
have that?
Destiny. No, but it
It actually
the skin
does
was
have
usually-
that right now.
Does it? Oh, now it does.
Oh, they updated just for Devin. They realized, oh shit,
Well, I
someone
knew I
actually
didn't have
bought
the
it,
gun yet.
but they didn't have the
I-
gun.
I knew I didn't have the gun when I bought it. It's just like I knew I might get the gun eventually, and it looked
Mhm.
really cool. So I'm like, all right, in the off chance I do happen to get it, I'll have a cool skin for it.
That's kind of like
Plus, I haven't have in-game currency at the time, so it didn't matter.
That's kind of like me when I bought like a bunch of Xbox games before I had an Xbox, because I just knew I was gonna get one eventually, so I might as well buy a bunch of games.
Here's the thing:
That's-
you can
that's
always
what I
sell
do
back
too
those
sometimes.
games.
I feel like I buy too many games when there's like on sale, and like I don't have time to play them.
Dude, I used to make fun of people when they said that Steam like when they used to talk about Steam summer sales back in the day. I used to make fun of people for spending all their money. But ever since quarantine started, I've been buying so many games that I just have not played yet. It's so weird. Like I bought Persona 5, I bought Final Fantasy 7, I bought Dragon Quest, I bought Devil May Cry, I bought Monster Hunter. I mean, I just bought everything, like just because they're all on sale. I'm just like, I guess I'll play them, you know.
Well, good job. You can at least name the games you bought. I can't even name the games I bought.
Have you not played Persona 5 at all?
No, there is, dude. I beat the original back in the day, and I just beat Royal as well.
Oh, my man's, because I beat Persona 5 Royal.
Really? How'd you like
Dude,
it?
wait. Okay, so there is no spoilers. My boy over here is playing the game right now, but did you cry?
Yes, I did actually.
Yes, bro. Yo, with the new.
I mean,
I think you guys should talk about it. Go ahead and talk about it. We'll just put a spoiler warning.
Well, to be fair,
I'm interested now.
To be fair, Omar, you won't really be spoiled because he's playing the original Persona 5. He doesn't even have Royal.
Yeah, I won't play Royale for a long time. So let's just talk about it. I'm interested now. What made you?
So don't do it. Regardless, make him one play it. Now he has a reason.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you guys do that then? Sell the game to me. Sell the game.
I mean, bro, the game you've been playing it, bro. Like it's the music's amazing. The
Sell it to me
amazing.
too. I haven't played it.
No,
yet.
music is like so
convince
atmospherically perfect that it's not even describable.
Convince me to buy Persona 5 Royale again. Like, even though I bought the first game, it convinced me to buy Royale.
Well,
Would you like to start someone? Or
no, I think you deserve it. I've been trying to convince him for the past couple
Welcome
of
to
years.
Verbal Fight Club.
So, like, you go ahead. You're welcome to Verbal Fight Club. All right, go ahead, Darius. Go ahead, go first.
All right, so I feel like Persona 5 Royal is significantly better in terms of pacing, in terms of overall how they show the story, and pretty much with their character building, with the confidence system. That's how I personally feel.
Okay, so it's like the same main characters, but they had new ones, right?
Yes, they added new
Yes.
characters, which you will immediately notice once you finish your playthrough of the original game. And they also have added an extra semester for the newer game.
Forcing replayability. That's a
Yes,
minus
dude.
right
No,
there.
dude. That extra semester is such a mind frick, bro. Like when I started that new semester, oh my god, I had no idea what was going on. It was so.
I would
freaking
say
crazy.
honestly, just for like the extra semester alone, I would say get Persona 5 Royal. That is how good that extra semester is.
I made a save file right before the new semester started, so if I ever want to replay it, I could just go straight to it.
Is this extra semester really like that popular? Like, what's in it?
The extra semester.
So essentially, the extra semester depends on what you do for the base game.
There
But
is.
it reveals a lot about the newer character.
There is. I just want you to
Okay.
know, Omer is still in the tutorial. He hasn't even opened the world yet. He just
Actually,
got
I
on.
just finished the tutorial.
No,
after like 8 hours.
He just got on and then he stopped. Like he hasn't touched the game ever since he unlocked Carmen, and that's it. So he doesn't even know what the game is yet. He doesn't even know yet.
I don't know the full
That's me.
world. Don't get too mad at me. Arsan already nags me enough.
Just so
Okay, I was like you once upon a time.
he bought the game like half a year ago, and that he's still on that part. Yeah, so I just beat I played Persona 5 Royal. It was really good, and I also beat FF7. Have you played that at all or not?
I have not. That is next on my to-do list.
What's the next on your to-do list?
It's so good, bro. It's so freaking good. And have you played the original FF7?
I actually played through half of it, but I did not finish.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I at first I would just recommend just playing the remake, but after I beat the remake, I think you should finish the first game first. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that's like a huge commitment, but if you play the original game and also play Crisis Core, I think you'll
I
love
played
the
Crisis
remake.
Core. I played that on PSP.
Dude, I freaking balled at Crisis Core, bro. That ending freaking gutted me, man.
Oh my god,
It's
that made me so
dude,
sad.
Zach is best
Music and
boy.
everything,
Zach
dude.
is such a best boy, man. He's so freaking cool. Anyway,
He is. No, you're gonna make me cry again. No.
the song that plays in the credits, but like I was on that credit scene for like forever, just because it was so freaking
To be
emotional.
honest, it was so good.
Okay,
I was listening to that song over and over. Pretty much same things happening with Persona 5 Royal.
Arsan,
right
didn't
now.
you
I'm
spend
just
like
listening
6
to that
hours
same
trying to finish that game though?
what do you mean
Like
6
in
hours?
the middle of the night?
Oh well, that's the remake, but we're talking about Crisis Core, which is a different game.
Oh, Crisis Core? Okay.
Okay, so
Score is like,
it's like a spin-off. It was really like it was like a side story that takes place before the original game takes place, and it's really good. It's super good.
Really
I
good.
beat FF7, and I think you should finish the first game and then jump into the remake. You'll appreciate it so much more, bro. You'll like love it so much more. Believe me.
As a broke person, I would say that FF7 is not currently within the budget. So
Look,
okay,
he's
I
played
do that.
enough record keeper to know about FF7.
I mean, it's
Fair
like
enough. I feel like if I could find my account, I have like 80 plus hours in the game.
Oh yeah, and I had to stop because I lost my account after switching phones.
You lost your account?
Well, no, I lost because I didn't back up my save data for the game with like an ID code or whatever. So I ended up when I switched phones, it didn't save that, and I couldn't back it up because I didn't.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It is, and I put a lot of money into that game.
Oh
Wait,
no.
so you just lose everything? You can't even like.
I had no way of getting it back.
That's ridiculous.
Major
bro.
issue with phone games, in my personal opinion, is like if you just don't connect with any of the social medias, it's just like game loss. But a nice thing that they've been doing recently,
2 years worth of effort that you didn't back up, yeah, it's gone.
yeah.
And
A nice thing they've been doing recently is they've been adding where you can like, I don't know if they do it for the Android phones as well, but for the Apple phones, they've made it where you can just use your Apple ID. So if you don't have any of the other accounts,
Apple Pay account,
Yeah.
they've been leaking those. I like that.
that way you don't have to have a social media account in order for you to do that.
They used to have something called Game Center though, which they also had helped link
Still have,
stuff.
and yeah,
Devin, I made my Game Center account back in like early high school, and for the name I put your boy Shadow, and I completely forgot about that for like years. And then I turn on like Subway Surfers randomly one day, and I just see "Welcome back, your boy Shadow," and I'm just like, "What?"
Why that, man? What were
Why are you
thinking
calling me
with
this?
Okay, so the reason I picked your boy Shadow is because back in the day, like 2012, on YouTube there was a bunch of YouTube videos I used to watch. They were like Kingdom Hearts videos, right? And the main character was your boy Shadow, which is just like a really buff Heartless. And it just made me laugh so much as a kid. And I just named my Game Center character after that really buffed, roided out Shadow back in the day.
My old gamer tag came from the random Xbox generator. Like when we were playing like Black Ops 2 in like 2000, what was it? 11, 12?
Yeah, back in
Right?
middle school days, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
those
was-
randomly generated freaking Xbox accounts.
Yeah,
They like
it
name
was-
you Pineapple Pup for Fish or something like that. Just be
It was
some
like-
random set of.
No, it wasn't that goofy.
Sayings.
Mine was like a Who's Ever Rhyme 8. I don't know. I just never got rid of it. Or
Yeah.
I was too lazy to be original with my own name, so I just kept it.
To be fair, bro, that name's not that bad. Like, it's pretty good. I
Like,
enjoyed it.
honestly, it doesn't even sound like a random generated name. It actually sounds like a name somebody just came up with.
I don't even remember what my original one was. I just changed it to like the most cringiest thing though. Do you remember what my Xbox gamer tag was?
Wasn't it like Arslan Rocks or something?
Yes, it was Arsalan Rock 02. That
You're
was
so
my gamer
cringy,
tag.
bro.
I was such a cringy
Even-
kid, bro. I really was.
Even back then, I gave you shit for it, and you never listened.
But does he actually rock though? I better friend him and find out.
Tune in to
Debatable.
the next episode where we
You play
discuss.
Guitar Hero though.
Next time on Dragon Ball.
Nah. I missed the Dragon. I missed the Guitar Hero craze. The thing with
The
me,
Dragon.
man,
You're gonna miss Dragon Ball.
I missed
was playing Guitar Hero a while back, actually.
the issue with me and like the Guitar Hero stuff is like I didn't grow up on that music. Like I didn't start listening to music until like 2013. So like, I did not know any
please
of the
don't talk
songs.
about Guitar Hero. My fingers are starting to hurt.
Dang, bro, was it really that big for you guys?
Well,
The
no, we
video
were
demo-
playing it recently because I
my
invited Darius to my house. You and a bunch of old Wii games. I had like a bunch of Guitar Hero games, and like, you know what? We were bored. We didn't have any like really good games to play, and like, you know what? Let's play some Guitar Hero. And but instead of playing the normal like Guitar Hero songs, they still have like an online feature where you can upload like made songs off those old games.
Oh wow, dude.
So I was playing like all the Super Mario songs in one sitting in like a medium mode. I can't handle hard mode, unfortunately, but
You guys want to hear something hilarious? I actually play the guitar. Like it's right next to me right now. I'm not gonna play it, but I
Why not?
suck dick in Guitar Hero. Like it's so bad. I'm actually really bad at the game, even though I actually play the guitar. I'm just worried that if they actually pick up a guitar, they're gonna be better than me.
Oh.
I picked up a ukulele.
Oh.
The ukulele.
And then I put it down.
Oh,
Evan,
we're gonna put it down.
you know, I
My
don't
dad got annoyed by it.
going back a little bit. I don't think I've ever heard of a more 2000 statement than "Let's play Guitar Hero." I'm shocked that you guys still had your Wii up and running though. Like, Was it like in the closet outside, or did you just like have it set
No,
up
we
or
were
anything?
using the Wii U during that time. My Wii practically died a long time ago.
Even worse.
Oh, I still
man.
had, I had my Wii's. I had the special edition Super Mario Red Wii. I still have that one.
Oh my God.
This
Do
is
you have
still
the
working.
red
The
box
original-
for Super Mario?
Not actually.
The real
I do.
question is, did you get
Of
Just
course,
Dance
yeah, of course you
2020?
had the box without the Wii.
No. The real question is, did you get Just Dance 2020 for the Wii?
Yes,
Yeah, I don't think that's available for the Wii. It's
It is
2020.
available.
It is available for the Wii. It's available for the Wii. It's not available for the Wii U.
That was the last official game.
2020?
Yeah, it's 2020. The last official new game for the Wii. I don't know if it's on PS3, but it's hilarious. I don't know why they put that game on like almost every console.
They
I know I got that on
be
the
selling
Switch.
it. They can't be selling it for $60. They can't sell that game for $60.
Oh,
There's no
why
way.
not, bro?
2020 is not working out very well. It can't be worth that much.
But how else is Billie Eilish gonna get her royalty check, bro?
That's a good point.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. Just Dance 2020 has kind of disappointed me because they decided to add this whole new like to play feature.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're partnered with Ubisoft. Maybe why.
Do you think that's on the Wii version as well?
Oh, yes.
Really, they're gonna get all the poor suckers who still have a Wii.
Well, the fact is, I understand why they put it on the Wii. It's like a really smart business move, right? Like, everyone has a Wii back in the day. So I imagine that's why they just put it on there, because they're like, oh, people still have Wiis. So I might as well just put it out there. To be fair, you were saying that, like, a Wii's like a really old tech. When I was in college, the girls that I used to hang out with a lot, right? They only had a Wii. They didn't even have a Wii U. They just had a Wii. And they used to play Mario Kart all the time, even nowadays. So I feel like the Wii market's still there, you know?
Maybe they're just old school. That's what it sounds like to me. They're a little old school.
For a moment, I thought you guys were pulling my leg. I see it. Literally, I have a web browser up right now. I thought you guys were just all in a joke. I see
No,
it right
dude.
now.
No.
Oh
Honestly,
my
the first time I heard it too, I was
Like, you guys
Googling
must
it.
be
I was
joking.
calling everybody a liar.
Well, I don't think my friends are old school. I feel like they're just casual gamers, right? Like, I feel like most casual gamers don't buy new consoles that often. Like, this is the perfect segue to what we're going to talk about next. But, like, I just feel like most people, they have a Wii because it was the most popular console back in the day.
I mean, do you think a casual gamer would buy the new PS5?
Oh, that's a good thing. Okay, so
About a $1,500 price tag.
that's so true, dude. So we watched the whole PlayStation. I think well, most of us, like Darius, Devin, did you guys watch the PlayStation thing at all, or?
I saw a trailer, but I don't know if it's the one you're talking about.
I did not, but I have heard a bunch of things about it.
Okay, so me and Omer, we actually watched the thing together yesterday, and like he was so pissed off. Omer was so mad that they did not release a release date, and they didn't give a price.
Or really any details about the specs at all, to be honest.
That holiday on the
What I heard that it was.
It said holiday, but like they didn't put a price out, which is
Didn't really give anything like any new information. The stream was kind of just pointless.
yeah.
Telling, reiterating the same information that everybody already.
And it's kind of limited too about how many units they're gonna put out as well. So
I
don't
don't
expect to get one this Christmas.
To be
on
fair,
the
Omer,
website. I'm on the webpage right now. They're showing like a new Spider-Man. I think continuation off the Spider-Man game they had out a long
Supposed
time
to be a new
ago.
Horizon Zero Dawn game.
Yeah, new
Mhm.
Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn. There's like a Dishonored lookalike.
Resident Evil 8, bro. Resident Evil 8.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil 8.
Ratchet and
The,
Clank.
Man.
what's the I forgot. It was like the fruit zombie game. What was it called, Ursula?
Oh,
I
the
forgot what
Bug
it's called.
Snatch game.
Yeah, I want to play that one.
Like, okay, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think PlayStation has a problem with games. And Omer, actually, the specs are already out. Like, if you look up, that you can see the specs already.
Did they show that in the trailer?
No, they showed that a long time ago.
I'm still surprised they didn't show it in the trailer. It was like all PS5 based, so
Well,
it doesn't really make sense
From
why
what
they
I
wouldn't put it
could-
in there.
from what I could tell, this is very much a like casual, friendly, like consumer type thing, right? Like the whole presentation, it felt very much like, oh, this is just for like people who are interested in PlayStation. So I feel like they didn't want to show any specs just because like once you start talking about like freaking like SSDs and like you start talking about like teraflops and things like that, people just kind of zone out, you know?
All big words. Sounds good
I mean,
though.
I guess they don't have to talk about it, but it's nice to see the image on the screen. You know, just the
Well, if
number.
it's flavor text.
They kind of did that with the
Yeah.
controller. Remember they had like that whole showcase with the controller and stuff with all the haptic feedback
Yeah.
and stuff?
I mean, but still, people were looking at it. People were in awe. Actually, what did you guys think about the controller and the console?
Control looks cool. I'll
Control
say
looks cool.
console Kinda looks like a Wi-Fi router. And
Wi-Fi router.
Now,
I actually like the controller. It looks like it's made for shooting games, which I enjoy because like the regular
yeah, like, I
PS4
like the controller. The controller looks like it's actually like an upgrade from what the current one is.
No, definitely.
The console just Wi-Fi router look, and it ain't good. It's not a good look.
now, Darius, let me ask you a question. Would you rather have a Wi-Fi router or a refrigerator?
I'm taking a refrigerator to be honest with you.
Really?
That's surprising me, bro. Explain.
This
Go off.
is another,
Wi-Fi router can't.
this is
send
another
your,
waffle and pancake argument right here.
Uh-oh.
Here we go again.
Refrigerator or Wi-Fi router?
Well, you see, a refrigerator because that's going to hold all my food, which I kind of need to live.
For a Wi-Fi router, you can order a refrigerator.
Hey, look at that, look at
Order
that.
food.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can order food through DoorDash. All right. with the
Absolutely.
Wi-Fi.
You don't need to store food because all your food's going to be coming through your door now.
Yeah, Darius, how you
Technically, the refrigerator would be more cost efficient because once you buy the food, you can cook it later and save money instead of buying.
But if you're having leftovers, you're paying.
Darius, what are you gonna do after you make your
But-
food anyway, bro? Like you got, well, at least with a Wi-Fi router, you can watch Netflix afterwards.
That's a good point.
I mean, you could be
Stare
like
at
an
your
old
refrigerator
person.
while having your fried noodles and rice.
Also, technically, having a refrigerator could also make you store food, and then you can sell that food to.
Someone's going to be wanting to sell you leftovers or buy your leftovers.
Well, I mean, if you grocery shop, then it wouldn't be leftovers.
yeah.
I like how
Technically, no, they'll just be left.
I
I
like
hate to
how
see what's in your refrigerator, Devin. If you think that the only thing your refrigerator holds is leftovers.
I like how
Well,
this
I'm-
started out as like an allegory for the PlayStation and the Xbox, and you guys turned it into like an actual conversation about
we
Wi-Fi
said-
routers and fridges.
What versus the refrigerator?
It's like what?
Sorry, what was our main topic again? Those refrigerators, right? Not PS5. Do you think they'll include Skyrim on the PS5?
Dude, they're putting GTA 5 on the PS5, so like, I'm pretty sure they will. Like, I'm 1,000% sure they're gonna put Skyrim on the Xbox, the PlayStation, and even like the next Switch.
Switch 2.
I'm honestly surprised it wasn't in the reveal trailer. Skyrim.
Skyrim. I would love that.
Dude, if they did
Yeah,
that,
even as like an April Fool's joke, I would have loved it.
that would have been such a big meme, bro. Like, could you imagine if they opened it with, instead of GTA 5, they opened with Skyrim? Do you know how like insane Twitter would get after that? There'd be memes after meme after meme, bro. It'd be insane.
I can imagine the trailer too. Like it would just be like normal day in Los Santos. Someone's driving around, but you don't see the person in the car. They step out of the car and it has the friggin' Dragonborn helmet, friggin' barbarian armor on. It brings out an axe and just chops over like a random resident.
Honestly, bro.
I
Honestly,
mean, hey, that's a good idea for a crossover.
Devin, you're onto something, bro. If I was Rockstar and if I was Bethesda, I would make like a bundle pack. Because what's the two games that most casual gamers play the most? Like GTA 5 and Skyrim, right? So just like bundle it
Right.
together and just sell it together. Like people are gonna get that either way, you know?
Actually, Arslan,
Well,
I think that GTA 5 is gonna come with the PS5 if you pre-order it. Like it's in a bundle by itself.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah. So
And they were doing this like
Personally,
weird
I
thing
feel
with.
like-
Yeah, go ahead.
Personally, I feel like if they bundle it with the PS5, it's kind of a letdown in a way. Just because I feel like they can't really try and bump up that price tag too much. Because GTA 5 is already like a cheap game by now.
Oh,
like,
no,
you can probably get it for 15.
no, Darius, GTA 5 is free with all PlayStation 5s.
Really?
Yeah, so like,
Yeah.
if you get PlayStation 5, you'll get GTA 5 for free.
I think it has to you have to pre-order it or something.
No, you don't.
You don't?
No, you just get it. Anyone who gets a PS5 gets a GTA 5.
Then here's where my question
Servers,
is:
son.
What's the point of pre-ordering a PlayStation 5, a GTA 5, when a good amount of population already has GTA 5?
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Really?
Darius,
I don't know.
think-
Free game, I guess. Free game.
Darius, I think what you're assuming here is that that's all PlayStation has. It's not the only thing they have. That's just all we know right now. We don't exactly, since there's no release date yet, we don't know what the launch titles are. We don't know if they're going to announce Knack 3 next week, so we might be getting that as a launch title, you know? Who knows? We don't know yet.
Yeah, we were doing a bingo list and we saw like a bunch of stuff. Like I wanted to see another PlayStation Battle Royale game. You guys remember that? It was like it was Kratos, Sly Cooper, Cole McGrath. They were all
I
fighting.
know what
each
you're
other.
talking about.
Yeah, it was like a Smash thing. I wanted to see another one of those.
It was like PlayStation All Stars or something like that.
Yeah, PlayStation All Stars
Mm.
Battle Royale. That's the name.
It was really bad, but it was a novelty thing that I want them to bring back. I honestly do. But
It was fun, dude. It was fun.
So
And that was kind of like a better jump force.
Better jump force. It was a better jump force.
that's some
It
fighting
would be
words,
weird
bro.
if you called it a jump force. It's kind of, in general, an insult.
Is it a better jump force? Because jump force at least has Dio and Jotaro. So I mean, like how better can it be, right?
I mean, if you sit there and watch a cutscene, I mean, you can kind of see that's not really good. At least the characters look like what they're supposed to look like.
Omer,
They look like they're made of cement.
Omer, I don't want you to agree with them.
Have you
Because
seen what Frieza looks like? Have you seen what Goku looks like?
No,
Yes,
you're
I
absolutely
have.
They
right.
don't
No.
even look
Guys,
normal.
I agree with you completely. Omer, on the other hand, the entire time that before like Jump Force release, the entire like release window, like when it was coming out, he was so hyped for it, and he kept telling me, "No, dude, this game's gonna be amazing. Just watch. It's gonna be so good." And then it came out.
I had so much faith in the game. I swear to God. But the game mechanics suck doo doo. It's just a novelty, honestly. I would buy it, but only if it's like $5.
I remember the first release trailer. I looked at it and I was like, "This game does not look good," and everyone around me called me crazy, like because I was looking at the graphics and I'm just like, the graphics look so weird, and people were like, "Nah, dude, it's fine. Just it'll be good in the release," and then it wasn't. So
I was kind of
Well, a lot of
blinded by the
people are
fact
lame.
that there was a bunch of characters from popular animes and stuff that everybody was interested in. That was kind
That's
of
exactly it right there.
that's how they
kind
get
of a
your
blinding
wallet, Darius.
factor.
That's
Yeah,
why
That's why I didn't
Pokemon,
buy the game. I didn't even
I don't
pre-order
own
it.
my wallet anymore with all this.
dude.
They have my wallet and they just take out the money as they please.
That's actually my theory. Why I
Pokemon
think,
expansion though, hype for that.
no,
I still haven't
Darius,
paid for it. I need my money.
guys, don't you understand? That's part of the problem. You understand, right? Like the reason Pokemon's not getting better is because they already have your wallets.
Exactly.
I haven't even
Like-
pre-ordered mine yet, so they haven't gotten my wallet yet. But they have my heart.
Do
I
you,
haven't
Mark,
pre-ordered
have your
mine.
heart.
I decided to wait a little bit.
you guys are mostly like Xbox players, so like, what's wrong with you guys?
There's nothing wrong with those. What's wrong with you?
It's a real question. What is wrong with him?
I'm
You
trying.
sick? You have that corona?
Are you asking about the Xbox like community? Or...
Well,
Like-
no, I'm trying to start a fight because me and Omer, we both play on PlayStation. We're probably gonna get a PS5. I'm just trying to
Well,
start a
I'm
fight
gonna
between us.
I'm a one-man army here because you got like traitor over here. Darius is like filling in on both sides. To be honest.
But I'm one Xbox right now, so thank you very much. And I'm still one Xbox more than you are.
You're behind
So-
enemy lines, is what you're saying.
You're both Xbox warriors. That's fair. That's okay. Don't worry. We don't judge too much.
Oh, okay, only light judging is allowed. I see.
Yeah, only
I mean,
only a
yeah.
little bit.
Let me clarify this before Devin. I am Xbox for games that I can play on Xbox. Games like Persona 5, where they are PS4 exclusive,
Mhm.
I am playing PS4.
I think that's kind of the number one reason why
And
I got
that's
a
what we
PlayStation.
call a traitor.
Okay, okay, so Devin, why do you play on Xbox mostly, and why are you gonna get an Xbox One, Series X? I mean,
He has no friends except for an Xbox.
okay,
Sorry,
so it's mostly for friends. I feel like
I mean, that's
like,
probably true. Yes.
I feel like that's like Microsoft's motto. Like you get an Xbox because your friends have one, and that's like the only reason, right?
That's probably the reason why Darius went to Xbox.
I was gonna
to be
say that was the
honest.
only reason I got an Xbox to begin with.
Honestly, I
even
feel like
because
you could just get a PC. Like get a gaming
Yes.
PC. It'll be easier to replace that with the
to be
for the
fair, all
Xbox.
Xbox games are on.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you can do
it
so much
was
more with the gaming
originally
PC.
PlayStation because literally all the way up until the PS3, I had all the freaking PlayStation consoles, and then I got an Xbox in high school.
I mean,
Yeah.
for us, we were like Xbox 360 guys, and then we switched to PlayStation because we could obviously tell it was a better console.
Well, okay.
To be fair, I get the PS system does seem to have like better graphics compared to the Xbox. And I like every time I look at PS4, I'm like, man, why doesn't Xbox have like these smooth polygons?
I mean, it's
Actually,
like-
runs smoother too than Xbox.
It does. I'm not gonna lie. I can't tell you how many.
it wasn't really just that. Like, I mean, yeah, the graphics were cool and stuff, but the main reason, like, Omer knows this, the main reason I got a PS4, like, I literally got a PS4 day one because the same year, the same E3, they announced Kingdom Hearts 3, and I was such a sucker
I
for
knew
it
you
back
were
then.
gonna say that.
I just like jumped. I need
knew
this
you were
PS4
gonna say
now.
that.
I just need it now, and so I just did it. So like that was my thing back in the day.
Impulse buy.
I would never do that again. Like if they announced Kingdom Hearts 4 for the PS5, I would not do the same thing now. I would definitely wait.
I'm calling cap on that. Arslan, you would 100% do that. I
gonna
promise
say.
you.
I would.
Yeah,
I
I would
know,
say,
I
yeah,
know
you
you
do
better
that.
than you know yourself. You would definitely buy
Arsenal, you
a
peer pressured me
PS5.
to getting a Kingdom Hearts phone game. That's
because I thought it was
That's
cool.
kinda
Okay, it was back in the day.
yeah,
right?
okay.
It was back in the day. Look.
Back in the day.
Look, for the new PlayStation 5, so I was thinking about, so me and Omar, we were talking about how we're probably both not going to get it day one. Omar, I haven't talked to you about this yet. I'm kind of nervous about doing that. And let me tell you why, right? So you know how like there's 2 editions of it? Like there's the digital edition and then there's one with the disc drive?
Yeah, they announced that. Yes,
My fear, and I don't know if this is irrational or not, I feel like PlayStation is going to discontinue the disc version really soon. Because like, think about it, right? Like if they have both consoles out, that's like two sections of the shelf that the PlayStation's taking off. And game stores, they're definitely going to want to like limit to that as much as possible. So Sony is probably going to discontinue at least one of the versions. And I think, right, I think most gaming companies are going to go straight to digital in the future. I feel like discs are kind of done now, right? So I feel like they might discontinue the disc version. Like, you know how like the first PS3 got discontinued after a little bit? I feel like they're going to do the same thing for like the disc version of the PS5.
Well, that's a big RIP to GameStop then. But
Dude, exactly, right? Yeah.
I'm
already RIP.
really hardcore leaning towards the digital version, only because I don't need a Blu-ray player ever. Most of my games are digital,
Okay.
so it doesn't make sense for me to have disc games anymore.
I
You
completely,
Especially because
gotta
there's so
buy
many
your
sales
system.
on the PlayStation Store.
I completely
Like,
agree
there's
with you.
almost no sales for disc.
I completely agree with you. The type of gamer I am, dude, I liked having the option. That's really it. That's the only issue I have. I just want to have the option of just in case. Because like they said the PS5 is going to be backwards compatible with the PS4. I still have a bunch of disc PS4 games that I still might want to play in the future. So I just want to have the option, you know? And that's why I'm tackling. Like that's what I'm trying to like discover. Like, should I just forget about it and only get digital games? Or do I want to at least have the option to still have a disc drive, you know?
I mean, you already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait a year for the PS5 until like I wanna wait until the Pro version comes out, if there is gonna be one.
PS5 Pro,
Yeah,
$1,000 price.
they didn't give out a price. I'm hoping it's gonna be maybe like 500,
Affordable?
550.
Homer, I'm thinking 600, bro. I'm straight up thinking 600.
Even for both the digital and the disc.
No, I think the disc one's gonna be 600 and the digital one's gonna be 500. Yeah.
I think it's
I
gonna be
think-
like the Switch. It's gonna be like super expensive, right? It's gonna be sold out, and people will be reselling it at like 2 times the value.
Oh, for sure. I could already see it, especially during Christmas time.
Oh, absolutely.
What have you guys been doing?
We talked about weed during game night. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that was funny. We had a family game night with his parents, and it was funny because we had a whole freaking string of just weed jokes. It was-
Really?
Well, just like weed prompts that we made. Have you heard of Jackbox games? It's
Oh yeah.
on the
I freaking
Xbox
love
where it's
Jackbox
like a
games.
PC
Yeah,
game.
yeah. I love those games. Yeah. Were you guys playing?
we were
like,
doing that with my family.
Were you guys playing like Drawful or what were you guys playing?
We were like playing like TKO, Quiplash.
I
Yeah.
was losing most of the time.
Well, it's hard because you're in a room filled with a bunch of people that aren't your family. There's a lot of inside jokes that you don't understand.
Are you saying
Alright,
that
guys, I'm
Darius is
back.
not
What I
family?
missed?
Are you? Oh well, we're discussing how
He is
Darius
adopted,
not
so
family.
he wasn't in this family for 2 weeks.
Darius
was
is not
right.
family. Where is he not family? Where does he not belong?
No, he
So
belongs.
when Devin has family game night, he invites Darius over, and he just said that Darius isn't family. So now I'm questioning their relationship.
I never said he wasn't. I just said he's new to the family. He doesn't
Kind of
understand
adopted.
inside jokes.
Which, you know,
He's
adopted kid that usually doesn't understand inside jokes.
Speaking of adopted kids, I recently watched that Shazam movie. Have you guys seen Shazam?
And
Oh, I have.
A while ago. That was a while ago.
That's
That was
a
a long
good
time ago.
movie, bro. I mean, I know I'm late on. It's because I got HBO Max recently, and I've been watching a bunch of things on HBO Max, and I was
Oh, you
just like,
just binge watching HBO Max?
dude. Okay, I'll come back to Shazam in a second. I'm not saying spend $15 on HBO Max for Looney Tunes, but the Looney Tunes cartoons on HBO Max are god tier, bro. They're so freaking funny. Like I was literally gut bustingly laughing at the Looney Tunes cartoons. They made like a bunch of new Looney Tunes cartoons, like 2020 Looney Tunes cartoons, and they're so funny. Like they're genuinely super funny.
What concept are they using? What concept are they? Are they doing like the Looney Tunes show, where like they're like
No,
in the
it's like,
house, they're,
it's
like,
like
living-
it's like classic Looney Tunes, like like little sketch things, like like just one-off stories. It's literally
Big
classic Looney
Chungus?
Tunes.
They put back Big Chungus?
Oh my god, dude! They're making new episodes like every single week. I would not be surprised if they had like a Big Chungus episode. I would not be surprised.
When they
at all.
do, you guys.
Dude,
are
I
gonna talk
love
on
those
the
whole
podcast.
cartoons.
Omar, you would genuinely love the HBO Max Looney Tunes cartoons because they feel like they were made back in the 1960s but like with modern animation. It looks so good, man.
That makes me think of Cuphead.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they do hand drawn. I might be wrong. I think they might be doing hand drawn with these Looney Tunes stuff, but I don't know.
They usually do. That's what they usually. I'm not sure about the new ones though.
Yeah, it looks really good though. It looks super like fluid and nice. Anyway, back to Shazam though. I mean, I know you guys probably watched it a long time ago, but like, did y'all like it?
Of course, it was a great movie.
I steered away from trying to watch it at first because I thought it would be very good, but I eventually did watch it. And I was like, you know what, this is all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It was from
It's fine.
not good. It's all right.
I had very.
I want to put it in the top 10.
No, it's not top 10 superhero movies of all time. No, nothing like that. But
Oh.
like,
No, it's probably top 10 DC movies though.
It's-
Definitely top
bruh,
3.
it's
Yeah,
number
it has
1
to
for
be.
me. It's
Top
num-
3, only
it's-
3.
It's number 1 for me. Like no other like modern DC film has come close to this for me. Like it's
Really?
has-
Aquaman, Wonder Woman.
I hated
Aquaman was definitely.
Guys,
AJ Aquaman.
I
Let's talk
hated
this out.
Aquaman.
Come on, what's that?
I hated Aquaman. It was
Why?
so long for
Wait,
no
did
reason.
you guys watch that new Harley Quinn movie?
Oh yeah, I watched.
Are you
it.
talking about
I heard
Birds
it
of Prey?
was absolute
Yeah,
garbage.
Birds of Prey.
Garbage? It wasn't that bad. I thought it was
I
pretty
enjoyed
good.
it.
It's
It
I
fine.
heard
was-
that it was really bad.
I liked it better than
Well,
Aquaman.
look, you gotta come in thinking and knowing that there's gonna be an acid trip scene, okay?
I was fine with. Okay, look, back to Aquaman. The reason that I could not take that movie seriously at all is because they literally had a scene where the main antagonist screamed, "I am the Ocean Lord," and no one laughed. I was just like, I can't watch this movie. This movie's garbage. I just can't.
How do you know he wasn't serious? What if it wasn't supposed to be a joke?
No, he was serious, and that's the problem because that's a stupid line,
Oh.
and everyone took it seriously. I'm just like, I can't watch this movie's just. And it's
Was it like super dramatized so to the point where it doesn't sound?
no,
like,
it
ridiculous?
was supposed to be a serious scene. No, it was not. No, it was just him genuinely shouting, "I am the Ocean Lord," and I was just like, I'm done with this movie. Get out.
That's so cringe.
And
That's so cringe.
It's all. Why are you guys acting like you didn't watch the movie? I did. Didn't you guys watch the
I
movie
didn't
too?
Maybe you're watching. Maybe
I
watch a
watched
version of
parts of
Aquaman.
Aquaman. I didn't see the whole thing though.
Well, Darius, you know what I'm talking about then, right? Like, you watched the whole thing,
Yeah, I watched it.
so you know what I'm talking about.
I know what scene you're talking about, and that's understandable. I feel like that's understandable.
Now, if he got eaten by a fish shortly after, then
That'd be fine,
Pretty
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that'd be good. And then the movie's also like,
I am the Ocean Lord.
yeah, and then he gets like numbed. And then the movie's also like 2.5 hours for like no reason. It's just like it's way too long for like okay, look, I like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's fine. I didn't like the ending of Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, the ending kind of has the same thing with like the Aquaman thing, where like the bad guy has like that mustache, right? And then mustache is the most ridiculous thing on the planet, and I just could not with that film after that. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but he was a guy.
Honestly, though, I can see the faults. I won't say that it was the best movie in existence.
Hold on, I gotta Google this mustache. I don't remember this mustache.
Omar, just look up Wonder Woman.
Are you just
bad
putting
guy
Wonder
mustache.
Woman mustache?
I feel like for the scenes that it did actually try, let me be honest, I like the action scene. That's really what I look for in movies. Especially if I'm going to act a movie.
Yeah.
I'm looking for action scenes to see how good.
The guy's mustache is not that bad, or something. You're kind of over.
No, Omar, no. So there's a flashback scene where they flash back to him so this image you're looking at is him like in modern day, and then he's a god bio, he's Ares, and when they flash back
Yeah,
to like prehistoric Ares, he still has the same mustache, and I'm just like, what? Excuse me? No,
He
this is terrible.
enthusiased that style.
The mustache is just ridiculous to me. Like, he's supposed to be the God Boy. He's Ares, bro. Like, you play God Boy on PS2. That Ares is supposed to look like that, not that. Okay, that's all my argument is. That's all I'm trying to say.
You know, this is like the most random thing, but you know what just reminded me of? You remind me of that the first Pacific Rim movie. The black guy who was like controlling like the program or whatever.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, him. He
Idris
was had like this funny mustache. And then when they flashed back to like 30 years ago, he still had the same mustache. And I was laughing.
Exactly,
Like,
right?
he did not look any different at all.
Well, to
Like,
be
they
fair-
didn't even try to like make him look
To be
a
fair,
little
Idris
older.
Elba is a god, and I don't think he ages, so it's fine.
Yeah, to be honest, he really does. He literally looked the same even in the freaking Taken
Look,
movie.
If a dog can't age, why should
This man is gonna live forever in that case. It looks great.
So, have you seen the Takers movie? The one where he was like part of like the rob group or the robbery group?
No, I don't know what this is.
I haven't seen that one.
Come on, that's such a good movie.
I believe you, bro.
Literally had Ludacris in it.
Oh, Ludacris, bro. Dang. I've only seen Fast and Furious with Ludacris. I haven't seen anything else with Ludacris. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Look, I am going to start watching The Wire soon because I have HBO Max, right? So, like, I'm just going to start watching The Wire. And Idris Elba's in
I
that
watch The
too.
Wire.
So, you know, yeah.
Idris Elba is in everything, and he does so good in everything, and it is amazing. He is literally sent.
Dude, I forgot the fact that Idris Elba's in The Office. When I was, like, rewatching The Office a couple years ago, I was shook when I saw him just show up in, like, season 6 or whatever.
Wait, who's in the office?
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, wow, okay, yeah. So, all right, cool. So, thank you guys so much for listening to episode 9. We're so close to that milestone, so don't forget to, like, you know, share this podcast out to all your friends. Make sure you, like, rate and comment on Apple Podcasts and things like that. It really does help us out. Umar, you want to say anything before we go?
Devin, Darius, thank you for coming on our podcast last minute. I know, I don't know if you guys had plans today, but we really appreciate it.
I
Honestly.
don't think any of us ever have any plans
Oh,
nowadays.
yeah,
Okay, well,
exactly,
you might be
right?
right, but you know what? I'm just
Me
gonna
and I
pretend you're
semi
popular.
had
I'm just gonna
plans.
pretend you're popular. For
We were okay. The rate could wait.
Thank you guys. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Anything for you guys.
Next week.
Arslan's a friend of ours, and you know what? We saw that he was in trouble. We felt like, you know what? Anything for him. We haven't gotten to hang out in all the summer.
Stop
That's
trying
cool,
to hype
man.
yourself. You're
That's
making
cool.
it worse. Stop pumping
Devin,
yourself
I'm
first.
cutting that part out. That was too mushy for me. All right. Okay.
Wow.
That was nice. That was sweet, man. That was good.
Wow.
That was good.
No emotion. No emotion.
All right.
Thank you guys.
We'll see you
Thank
guys next week.
Next
Thank
week.
you guys.